Hello YouTube, welcome to my video of shiny hunting in Pokemon Sword. Now, this may explain the reason why I haven't done a Splatoon video in a little while. So, while I've been, absent from Splatoon, I've been doing my main goal in Pokemon Sword, which was to shiny hunt all the bugs that are possible in this game. So, I started this back in, I guess, when the game came out. And my first shiny bug that I went for was my Joltik, which you can see there, which I nicknamed Sapphire. I believe that was about 300 or so eggs, and that was before I had Shiny Chum as well. So my experience with shiny hunting on Pokemon Sword has been a really good one, I must admit, actually. I've never really shiny hunted in a main line game. So obviously my history with Pokemon was playing Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and also Platinum. So all the Gen 4 games I had. Then I had Pokemon, I want to say Black, maybe? So the Gen 5 game I played. And then I had also Sun and Moon. Now that was that would have been 10, 15 years ago when I played Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. And I never shiny hunted. I didn't even know what a shiny was back then. I didn't know anything about what their variations were. Knew nothing of the chances or the odds. Knew nothing. But then obviously when Pokemon Let's Go Eevee Pikachu came out, I saw how easy it was to shiny hunt. And so obviously how easy it was to shiny hunt in that game. When Pokemon Sword Shield came out, I decided that I wanted to commit to do some shiny hunting in this game. And obviously, bugs, I've grown on bugs. I really have grown onto the bug types. I absolutely love all the bugs. Because even though they're small, strength comes in, small packages. Great strength can be, that saying. There's a phrase, that small things, big things come from small packages. That one. I think that's the phrase. So yeah, bugs. They're so cool. Bugs. I love bugs. So obviously, Joltik was my first one. And then my second shiny. Actually, I can't remember if it was the second one or not. But I was in my Discord channel with voice chat with a few other friends when this one happened. This one I was in VC just chat with some friends playing the game, and I came across a full odds second encounter Joltik. That was insane. That was one of the hypest moments I've ever had. Yeah. So shiny hunting in this game, obviously Gen 8 games, there's been interesting exploits obviously with the dens, and I will come clean, I think there's probably 2 or 3 that I can probably think of, 3 or 4 that I've done with the exploit to use to get my shiny, and that was got a Dwebble, no, not Dwebble. What's your name? I keep feeling. The problem is I keep Shuckle, because I called it Blue Peb. That's what I was in my head, trying to figure out what it was. Blue Peb was one. I think Crustle was another. Obviously Escavalier definitely was, because I remember it was not too long ago, and I think that was it. So there was probably 3 or 4 that I manipulated the raid dens, because I wanted to see what it was like to do, and how easy it was, or how hard it was, and it was worth the grind. Because when you're doing it, you have to skip the days manually yourself. You have to find your shiny frame, you use that exploit. But other than that, out of most of these shinies, most of them are Masuda method. I've had the longest hunt, which was probably, now I don't know if it's Nincada or. I reckon Nincada is probably my longest bug that I've shiny hunted. That was about 1,600 eggs, easily, without a doubt. Before I eventually got the shiny. And then what I did was I evolved it. Obviously, that's how I got Ninjask and Shedinja. Yeah. So it's kind of worth it. 1,600 eggs, you get 2 shinies out of a Nincada. So it was, if you divide that by 2, obviously you get 800 eggs per each one. So that worked out great. Yeah, some though have been completely lucky. For example here, at Selgor, when I hatched it as a shiny Shelmet, I'm pretty sure it was my 4th egg. So here's a tweet. So yeah, that was amazing. That was probably my most luckiest shiny hatch. Although in saying that, in saying that, these two, both, I think, this Snow White from memory. Ooh, I want to double check now. Yeah. This one here, I originally found out Route 8 doing wild encounters. I reckon this was about 800 or more encounters. I think there might have been more than that. But here's a clip of that. Obviously, this one was my first, I think this is like first bug that I wanted to hunt in the wild. So obviously, being a wild hunt, it's guaranteed square shiny. There's like a 99 point something ridiculous percent, whatever. But on top of that, I hatched a square shiny Snom. So these two are the only line that are square shiny, and it's amazing because it's such a nice. They're so cool. Like these Gen 8 bugs are amazing. I love the Gen 8 bugs. I know a lot of people have been criticizing the whole game, like the whole generation of new Pokemon. Like some of them have lacked poor design. But like for example, Blipbug line, amazing. I love Blipbug. I love the fact that we got a bug psychic type Pokemon. Because there's so many, like, they could have easily gone for another Bug Steel. They could have gone Bug Fire. Because Bug Fire is like one of the most commons we've got. Most common typing of Bug, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to be like, people are going to be like, oh, what about this one? This one's also Fire Bug. No, that's not the case. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Now, I have had a fail. But I was able to recover not very long after. So, I encountered a wild shiny Wimpod. Which, in the moment, I got a little bit carried away. Because, like, obviously I forgot it had an emergency exit or Wimp Out. I think it was Wimp Out. So, obviously, I was trying to... It was level 60 in the wild area. So, I used False Swipe on it. And obviously... obviously, it's like, oh, it's going to run away. Damn it! So, that was a fail. But luckily, luck would have it. I immediately got a wild Wimpod, threw it in the nursery with my Ditto, and I hatched a shiny. So, that's Rosary here. That is Rosary. And then also, to complete the line, I think that was another 380 eggs, maybe a bit less. Yeah, so I think a lot of these were mostly Masuda. Heracross is a female. People were saying, oh, you're going to get both male and female? I thought, yes and no, I would like to do that. I mean, we're still going to wait for Crown Tundra, which is only got 2 or 3 bug lines. We got the bug fossil, which is Anorth, and that one, and I think Genesect. But my theory is that with the Crown Thundra, whatever like people like to pronounce it, I think it's Thunder anyway. What's going to happen is that, you know how with the updates we've had before we had Isle of Armor, they gave us the opportunity to bring in the Gen 7 starters and the legendaries and all that. I feel like there's going to be like not a national dex in the ways of actually being, oh, there's a dex from 0 to 891 or whatever. There's going to be just a Thundra dex, and obviously in that Crown Thunder you can focus on those Pokemon that are there. But I reckon there's going to be, in the game, there's going to be like program or data saying, oh, yes, for example, Weedle line. Weedle isn't in the game. It's not in the leaked Thundra Pokédex. But I feel like with like how the Gen 7 starters and they brought in the legendaries and all that, like the data for them are in the game. So that'd be nice. Frosma as well. Frosma and the big bulky one. Buzzwole. What did I just do? I don't know how shiny hunting for those in this game's gonna be. I don't know if you have to manipulate dens again for them, which is gonna be annoying. Because like I miss the fact of that we just go up to the random the legendary just sitting there. But in saying that though, like I feel like the Regis, I hope the Regis, because the temples are still like they're bringing back all the Reggie temples. So I'm wondering if that's just going to be like an idle encounter, or I think it's idle encounter, or no, static encounter it's called, where it's just sitting there, you just run up to it, press A, and you encounter it. So I hope in the Regis you can do that, because I'm looking forward to. I'm keen to do that. Otherwise, if it's raid hunting for those, it's going to be a pain in the butt. Because there's gonna be billions of people like flooding to like do raids and people trying to get seeds for their shiny dens. Imagine if there's roaming legends. Now there's a thought. There is a thought. I mean, I'm just thinking about it now actually, because we got the Galarian legendary birds. So obviously the Gen 1 birds are being given a Galarian form, which is really bizarre. Really bizarre. So they may be roaming. But I don't know. It depends on what the story is, or the plot is of Credit Thundra. That'll be interesting. Galarian Articuno. I'm so sad about Galarian Zapdos, man. What the heck? I mean, I guess for some people they're like, oh yeah, he looks like a Roadrunner chicken thing. What'd they do to my electric bird? They took him and just like, it's to screw up his design. I'd prefer regular Zapdos over Galarian Zapdos. That's just me. That's just me. And it becomes a fighting... Is it flying fighting type? Yeah, I think it is. It's just, I don't know. Too weird. Zapdos is one of my favourite legendaries. But, in saying that though, from memory, the Regieleki and Regi... the Dragon one, whatever that's called, I forgot already what it's called. The Regieleki one, I'm hype as heck for, because that is awesome. An electric Reggie, that'd be so cool. So I'm very, very excited to see what they look like for the shiny. I think it's gonna be shiny locked. I can guarantee it's gonna be shiny locked. Now these two, Cleo and Patra. Oh my goodness, 1,324 eggs. 9 eggs after that. Oh man. That was a long hunt, but probably worth it. Probably worth it in the end. And then just tonight, as of the 1st of September, I finished off the Gen 8 starters with hatching a shiny Sobble. Your longest hunt. Sorry, for those who are on YouTube, I'm streaming this on Twitter. I'm streaming this on Twitch. Your longest hunt was 91 eggs. That's pretty good. That's really good. My longest was probably Nincada, which was 1,600. I think you need to have those long hunts because it's a really test of patience. Oh, I forgot to mention when I was talking about my this was a wild encounter too. This was 1,001 encounters. I'll play the clip here. No shiny charm. Okay, all right. That's okay. GG's well played. Well played. Let me just tell you something though, right? For my shiny bugs, because when I started off this game, I had no intention of getting a shiny charm. Right? No intention of shiny charm. I had no intention of getting shiny charm. The only reason I got shiny charm in the end was to get this bastard. Right? So this is like the second last bug that I had to get. And the only way I was getting this thing was by random encounters. I had up to 4,500 random encounters for this. Until I decided to get shiny charm. So, 4,500 encounters, I'm like, stuff it, and I'm gonna have to get the shiny charm, right? I'm gonna get the shiny charm. Shiny hunting Sizzlipede is quite difficult in the ways that it's like a 1% spawn chance. So you have to have like flash fire ability Pokemon at the front of your party. So you can increase your spawn rate from 1% to 50%. But also, when you're shiny hunting this, obviously, because it's a non-overworld spawn. So when you see the exclamation mark pop up, you'll see, oh, it's a Pokemon. And obviously, this thing could have been any other Pokemon, right? It could have been Mudbray. It could have been Rookie D. It could have been Clink. It could have been Pancham. And it could have been... No, that was it. It could have been any of those four. It could have been any of those other four, right? But it decided to be a shiny Sizzlipede. 5,532 encounters. That was a ridiculous. That was the longest hunt. And part of it was when I was going through this hunt, I was like, I wonder if I could set the longest record, the longest, hunt for a Sizzlipede. Because I had been watching on YouTube, searching through people's hunts for Sizzlepede, and the longest one I found that someone had recorded on YouTube or Twitter or whatever it was like 4,800. I'm like, oh, surely I'll get it before then. And then once I've gone past 5,000, I'm like, I am prepared to keep going to 10,000 if this has to be the case. I started this hunt for Sizzlepede in January of 2020. And I got it last month. Yeah, fun. But you know what, shiny hunting, you put a lot of emotion behind it. Like, it doesn't seem like much. Shiny hunting requires a shite load of patience. Just sitting there, just going around, pressing A when you get the eggs hatching. And also, that's the thing too, when you're doing Masuda methoding as well, there's two different ways you can do Masuda method, right? In the ways of, like, if you do egg by egg, like one egg at a time, like you have a party full of eggs, 5 eggs, with your flame body Pokemon at the front. You can go one by one, hatch one at a time, and then obviously, as soon as the one's hatched, you get another egg from later, replace that one, and keep hatching them, close like that. Or, you can do the one where you do 5 at a time, right? Because 5 at a time can open up a lot of possibilities. Like what happened when I hatched both my shiny Shinxes, 2 shiny Shinxes between 9 eggs. Because I had a whole box full of eggs when I hatched the first shiny Shinx. And obviously, because the first row was where the Shinx was, 2 rows after was the second one. So when you're doing 5 by 5, you have a chance of getting not just a 1 shiny, but hatching 2 shinies. It is rare, it is extremely rare. But if you get it, well done. So, obviously the only one that's happened was my Shinxes, but for my bugs, but yeah. I think my best bug obviously was the Shelmet, which I obviously evolved. I have a app on my phone called Pocket. Poketch. Pocketch. Poketch. I'm pretty sure it's on. Hold on, let me open it up. It looks like this. That's my collection. Inside Scriptroid. That's right. So this app is on App Store. Obviously, you can download it. It helps you. Hold on. Focus. There you go. So yeah, you can like keep track of how many. There's a counter on there. Everything. I think my average for egg hatching shinies is probably about 600, 700. I want to say. Although in saying that, I've had my Venipede line, so Venipede, Scolipede, and Whirlipede. So I had to hatch 3 shiny Venipedes. All the Venipedes were under 500. Or actually, they were all under 400. One was 142, one was 172, one was 380. And that was before Shiny Charm. So, yeah, a lot of pre-Shiny Charm shinies. Another thing too is I recommend about Masuda methoding or shiny hunting, when you're doing it, do it at Route 5 and not the wild area. A lot of people I've seen talk about doing a Masuda methoding, hatching eggs, and the wild area one. Mainly because you can go round and round and keep your eye on the lady. Well, I have an issue with that opinion. The wild area is too close to the wild spawn, so you know there's always Pokemon that come out and chase you, or they come closer to you when they're curious. And sometimes when that happens, is that they can randomly run into you and slow you down when you're trying to hatch eggs. Now, Route 5 doesn't have that issue, because all you have to do is go in this circle here. And then every now and then when you press the boost button, you can still go around and around quite well and still see the lady. So obviously when the lady goes like this or whatever, that's when the egg is ready. So in my opinion, this is a lot better to get the hatching eggs to breed. Also, it's better here because you don't have to load in the whole wild area, where there's all the background, the NPCs are there, there's Pokemon spawning in the wild area. You don't have that issue here because it's all close. You can't go randomly wandering off. So you're more safer here. Also, and when you're online, when you're in your online mode, when you're connected, you have all the stamps keep coming up and down. You also have the other players online rolling around, and they take up the frame rate. The frame rate diminishes, not a lot, but it does noticeably go down a lot. And while when you're in Route 5 nursery, you don't have that issue. So that's my take on where the better sort is to breed. The sad part about shiny hunting for me, right, is that I've never, I repeat, never hatched a shiny, caught a shiny on stream. All my shiny has been offline. Oh, another one. Berto Lopez, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah. So I guess my next ones is probably Poliwag. I need a shiny Poliwag, as well as the other two Gen 7 stars. I need to do them as well, actually. What's going on in this chat? Yes. Okay. Let me go over what's going on with chat right now. For those, by the way, on YouTube, I'm on Twitch. You should follow me on Twitch. Do it. It'd be fun. Trust me. We have a lot of fun here. Okay. Hello, I'm skipping Spanish. Skipping Spanish? Question mark. Getting latency variation. Spiking. Speaking. Spiking $. Oh, good on you, chat. We having fun. Well, we having fun. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh gosh. Yeah. So yeah, that's my shiny hunting experience for YouTube. I'm gonna wrap this up by saying thank you for watching, and be sure to check out my Twitch. I will be making more Pokemon. I will be doing more Splatoon videos soon. Trust me, I have some more ideas I want to do for that game. Lots of good ideas. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you all next time.